Hi, I'm Stephanie. Welcome back to Building Your Path to Success. Here I give lots of information in a short period of time, all around um, opportunities, internships, conferences. They may help high school and or college students so that they can have meaningful resumes or build meaningful resumes that ultimately help them end up in the career that they're trying to pursue. A lot of the things I'm doing this summer is helping people learn about bridging programs. And so even if you're a high school student, this is good to hear so you can better prepare yourself, or if you're about to enter college, this is a great time to start to learn so you can position yourself and be aware of what's out there early on opposed to later. If you like information like this, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can get the information when it first comes out. Please share the information. If it's not of interest to you each and every time, share it with someone it may be of interest to. In general, bridging programs or bridging to PhD programs, while each operates slightly differently, it talks about how we can get funding for the master's part so that you don't have to become absorbed with student loans so that you can make your way to the PhD portion. And there is more money available for PhDs. However, a lot of students take out enormous loans, and a lot of the bridging programs are funded. In addition to being funded, they have mentors that they connect you to, extensive research so that you can become more competitive and confident as you make your way along your journey. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the ACS Bridge Project. And this is specifically for people who are interested in getting their master's and PhD in chemistry. So there is a lot of money in STEM, and this is particularly specifically for people in chemistry. A lot of these bridging programs are designed to increase the number of minorities or underrepresented populations, African Americans, Latinos, Indigenous students, so that they are able to move on to the doctoral level. So what do you have to do? When does this application open? For the ACS, this application normally opens up around mid-December of every year. So what you want to do is, I will leave the information in the description below, is take that site, the web address, and you're going to want to put it in maybe every Sunday in December, and it'll pop up and you'll be able to go check to see if the application has opened. I don't believe in memorizing everything. Just put it into your calendar, that'll pop up, and that will be the reminder. So it normally opens up around mid-December, and then the application normally closes around the end of March. This gives you a little bit of time, actually a lot of time, because that's usually around winter break where you can work on that. That means in the fall, that gives you time to work on your resume. It gives you time to work on your CV, your personal statement, and start to talk about letters of recommendations with your professors and or mentors. So you want to have most of the students are going to have an undergraduate degree in chemistry or chemical engineering. And if you have not earned the degree in chemistry or chemical engineering, you're going to probably have another closely related degree in science. You're going to make sure you have had all that, your math. You're going to have a lot of chemistry. I'm going to say courses that you could take in addition to your regular chemistry courses. So if you major in biology, major in physics, you major in chemistry, you're all going to have a certain number of chemistry courses. The chemistry major is going to have more. For your electives, if you know that this is something you may want to do, you want to major in biology. I think biology students don't usually have as much math as chemistry students. take additional math, take a few more chemistry classes if this is a way you think you may want to go. And what you're going to want to do is make sure that, again, you have been keeping your GPA up. You're going to want to make sure that you complete the application on time. You're going to also want to make sure that you are a U.S. citizen. A lot of these programs are funded by the government. So you're going to want to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. And again, for different programs, sometimes they will allow some of the DACA students to participate. You're going to, usually for this program, you could not have applied for a graduate program. And if you did, sometimes they want to make sure that you were not accepted. And that's because they want to make sure that, okay, you didn't get accepted here. What can we do to help reinforce and strengthen your foundation so that you can move on? And they're going to usually ask you to have a minimum GPA. Now, with this program, you may say, well, what schools are they partner with, are the bridging sites? And some of the schools that they work with, but this is not limited to, Arizona State, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Indiana University, Ohio State, University of California, San Diego, University of Houston. So they have a few other ones. And these are some of the things that you want to look at. But I do want to stop and add one other thing. I hear students a lot say, well, I don't want to go there. There's nothing to do. I don't want to go over here. There's nothing to do. There is something to do, your studies. You're giving up 1 or 2 years of your life to go to school, fund it, get a mentor, research. Sometimes, depending on the program, even a stipend for 1 or 2 years of your life, opposed to going somewhere, absorbing all these loans to spend 15, 20 years paying them off. So you can do this. A lot of people say, oh, visit the campus first. Everybody's paradigm is different. I say, go get your free education and move on. So when you go to this program, they want to make sure that you're going to be successful. And they're going to say, are you interested in a PhD? You are always interested. Always. As soon as you say no, you're cutting off your opportunity. You're always interested. It's easier to get your education now than go on to your career field. Once you start work, it's hard to get your research in for that PhD. Not impossible, but difficult. So you want to always do these things early on. The other thing you want to do is make sure that you are very accurate with your application. And you want to make sure that you give your professors enough time so that they can write you a strong letter of recommendation. I do a lot of recommendation letters, and people want to know, oh, I need a letter for tomorrow. That is not enough time. You want to make sure you have a mentor. You're first or second year in college and you're watching this, get a mentor in your department right away. Hi, Dr. So-and-so, I see I'm going to have you quite a bit, and you studied something I'm interested in or whatever. I like to connect with you because I need a mentor. You want to make sure that you give your professor all the information for each program that you apply for so that they can tailor that letter for that program. You want to make sure that you also thank them. You know, writing a letter of recommendation is really not quick. Some people think it is quick. You know, personally, I like to get the resume from the student. I like to ask them key questions. And have general conversations so that I can extract other information from them. So it really, I guess it depends on the person who's doing it, but you don't want them to do it the last minute. Again, if you are a chemistry major or a closely related chemical engineering major and you are a minority student, this program may be for you. This is the ACS Chemistry for Life Bridge Project. I will add additional information to the link so you can learn about it, pass the information on to students so that we can have scientists out there who are going into these other fields. Again, if you like this kind of information, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.